Welcome back, AHS. I'm Carly Collins.
And I'm Daniel Cook, and this is
The Res.
This week we're talking about fajas.
You mean fathers?
Yeah, dads, poppies, old men.
What's so great about fathers?
They bring home the bacon and they're really funny.
You know what my dad told me the other day?
What?
What is the difference between roast beef and pea soup?
I don't know.
Anyone can roast beef. My dad's terrible. I can't roast beef.
Ryan, what is A-walking this week?
Well, last week I asked you guys what your worst dad jokes were, and here's what you had to say.
He said, what did the dad buffalo say to the son buffalo when he left for college? Bye, son.
What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. One time my dad told me he loved me.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You know the creator of Minecraft? His hat was top notch.
That he's my dad?
I'm coming back later tonight.
What is the worst joke your dad has ever told you? You.
The worst joke my dad told me was he was going to go to the store and get some milk.
And he never saw him again.
And I never saw him again.
My dad always tells me that I'm not funny, but obviously I am, so.
The worst joke my daddy ever told me was the redneck word of the day is rectum. I had two nice four-wheelers, and then I wrecked them.
Those are some pretty disappointing answers. I hate puns.
I thought they were terrible.
I thought they were pretty punny.
Well, it's time in which we highlight the skilled,
The funny
the silly.
and the talented.
It's time for this week's Shenanigans.
I walked into the kitchen and I said, Dad, I'm hungry. And he said, Hi, hungry. I'm Dad.
While we were having dinner the other day, my dad had spilled the peas on the table. He looked straight at me and said, "Oh no, I have just peed on the table."
I sit here, right? Yeah.
Dad asked me, have you seen the movie Constipation? And I was like, what? No. And he was like, it never came out. Who even calls a movie Constipation?
Me and my dad were driving past the aquarium the other day. He asked me, how many tickles does it take to tickle an octopus? He said, 10 tickles. Tentacles. Oh, tentacles.
Hey Dad, can you make me a sandwich?
What did Dad say?
Abracadabra. You are a sandwich. Maybe I am a sandwich.
Hey, Carly, what time is it?
I don't know. What time is it?
Time for you to go to watch.
Let's go to Indian interview time.
They were singing, my, it's Indian interview time, where we interview some Indians and have a good time. So sit back and watch this interview time, 'cause it's Indian interview time, Indian interview time.
Hey Alvarado, welcome to Indian Interview Time. I'm Coach Wall. This is my second year here at the school, and we're here to talk about dads. And I am a dad. I've got 3 kids that I know of. But I do have 3 kids. I've taught one of them before, and I now have my 2 daughters with me. Ryan, my junior, and Faith, my freshman. And they are here at Alvarado High School. So, ladies, since we're here to talk about dads, do I do anything that embarrasses you?
Yes.
Yes.
I do?
Every day.
Every day. Nice.
What?
That's it?
Well,
Give me an example.
well, in the hallways we do a dance every day.
We do a dance.
And at home, you always say something weird. It doesn't matter. It could be about the dogs. Mostly about the dogs, though, because they're weird.
True. Ryan?
In class when you tell, like, stories about us.
Oh, I do that sometimes.
You do that
I'm
a
sorry.
lot.
I apologize. Not really. So it is kind of weird for me too, teaching my daughters, having my daughters in school. It's really cool, but it's also kind of weird. So since we're here to talk about, that, let me ask them some good questions. All right, ladies. How awkward is it for you to have me as a teacher at the school? Ryan?
Considering I have you as a teacher, it's extremely awkward.
And I'm probably your best teacher, right?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That was awkward. Faith?
No.
It's not weird?
No, I don't have you as a teacher, so.
But have me in the school, is that kind of strange?
No.
No. Okay. Dadisms. Do I say any dadisms that dads are famous for saying? Like, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. Can you think of any examples?
You did that when I tore my meniscus.
Oh, I did do that, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you did that.
I said, stop crying, you're fine.
Yes.
Walk it off?
Yes.
Yeah. And you had like the worst knee tear ever?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got yelled at by my wife for that for a long time. Faith?
You're always telling me to sit up straight.
True, because you have bad posture.
Yes. And you're always telling me stuff about sports, literally, all the time. It can be in the hallway anytime. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dadisms. Let's see. How about this one? Do your homework or I'll kill you. Have you ever heard that?
Yes. So many times.
Okay. So, that is what it is. So it's kind of awkward for me. It's really awkward for them. But it is kind of handy because except they need to borrow money for lunch, I never have cash. They always come steal it. It's not fair. I can't say tough because they're, my daughters. Now, my son, I made him starve, but it is what it is.
No, he got seconds every day.
Well, that wasn't for me. That was his mama.
He still
bought
got
those for him.
seconds every day.
So, Indian interview time. Kind of weird. Fish staring at me. Awkward. Let's see. Dadisms. See, that's why we can't have nice things. Listen to your mother or else. But my favorite thing is they ask me questions when I'm tired or not really paying attention. And then later on they say, well, you said I can do that. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did.
That's you.
They asked me it at the wrong time. I guess I know all of you out there do that too.
The main thing you
get
say.
things signed when you're really tired, when the parents are really tired. That's a good one.
The main thing you say is I ask you something like, ask your mother.
Ask your mother. That's always a perfect answer for when you get married out there, guys.
Okay.
Dadisms. Well, sometimes I embarrass them, especially this one, because she embarrasses really easy. And one time after track practice, this was two boys that I knew went to her school were walking by, and I was like, hey, really loud, aren't those the boys you like? And she was ultra embarrassed. You gotta love dads. They think now that they need to embarrass me, so my daughters have one of their favorite stories about something stupid that I did, and I did it to my brother. Okay, do you girls want to tell it?
I'll say it.
Okay.
Okay, so my dad's older brother, he shot him with a BB gun, and so he got really angry, and he stormed inside the house, and he grabbed his, and his brother knew that he was going to come get him, so he hid in a tree, and my dad came out, and he's like, where is he? You know I'm going to get him. And then he looks up, and his brother's booty is showing right there, and he says, okay, and he falls out of the tree, because...
I shot my brother in the butt.
Yeah, and then he was crying, and my dad got in a ton of trouble.
Because my mom, their grandma, walked out right as he fell out of the tree. I was in trouble for a long time over that one. It's good to be the king. So, Indian interview time. I guess we're done. My daughters have some good things for me. I have some good things for them. I love them both. It is kind of weird, but it's also awesome that they go to school here. They love Alvarado. They bleed purple and live gold.
She shook her head.
I really wish we lived more gold, but you know, it is what it is. I'm a teacher, not a lawyer. See ya.
Hey Summer, how are sportsing?
Well, let's find out on this week's Res Sports.
He may be the greatest athlete of all time. There is mustard on the lettuce.
Cross country placed second with 5A and 6A teams. Here are some highlights on that. Volleyball girls played against Plum on Tuesday. Let's check out some highlights.
Holly with the set, Taylor with the boom, baby! Taylor with the pass, Holly with the set, Taylor with the smackdown! Taylor set, Holly hits it over! Jessica with the pass, Holly with the set, Taylor with the tip! Don't hit it back! Sydney with the set, Kiki roll shots it over! Taylor with the smackdown! Taylor hits it to Jess. Jess passes it. Carolyn puts it over. Hallie with the set. Taylor with the boom, baby. Passes it. Hallie sets it. And that's me. Boom, baby.
Lady Indians also played against Springtown Friday. We sadly lost. Congratulations to the students who dressed up on Friday. Peyton Martin, Jessica Throckmorton, Abby Brown, and Zoe. And now, let's take a look at some real students with spirit.
The Res presents Real Students with Spirits.
Real students with spirit.
Today we salute you who bleed purple and live gold.
Dripping purple pride through their pores.
Proclaiming to all, fear the spear. Go fight, win.
Go big,
Here are the faces from our Indian nation.
Look at those excited people.
Because we are Alvarado.
Indians forever. Let's take a look at our varsity football players take on the Gainesville Leopards.
Chance Temple takes the handoff and runs it in for the Indian touchdown. PAT is good. Drake Bernal bursts through the line, causing the fumble, which is recovered by Joey Alvey. Austin Morrell takes the pitch and runs it in for an Indian touchdown. PAT is good. Ramsey drops back to pass and finds Daniel Bowman in the end zone. PAT is good. Austin Morrell takes the pitch and runs through contact for the Indian touchdown. PAT is good. Gainesville drops back to pass, but they are intercepted by AJ Bates. Austin Morrell takes a hard run up the middle for an Indian first down. Final score 13-28.
We won 13-28. Good job, boys. That's it for this week's Res Sports.
Best sportsing ever.
Yeah, it was.
Gosh, I really need a haircut.
Which one?
Ha ha ha. You're so funny. Let's look out for reading.
Hey HS, I'm Mariah Hutchinson, Secretary of TLB, and I am reading But You Didn't by Meryl Glass. But you didn't. Remember that time you lent me your car and I dented it? I thought you'd kill me, but you didn't. Remember the time I forgot to tell you the dance was formal and you came in jeans? I thought you'd hate me, but you didn't. Remember the time I'd flirt with other boys to make you jealous, and you were? I thought you'd drop me, but you didn't. There were plenty of things you did to put up with me, to keep me happy, to love me, and there are so many things I wanted to tell you when you returned from Vietnam. But you didn't. I'm here to talk to you about the power of words, because words are so much more than a definition in a dictionary. Words can mean anything that you want it to mean if you put enough emotion behind it. You can tell someone how nice they look or how horrible they're being, or explain how you're feeling when it seems like there's nothing you can do. Honestly, my personal favorite is peachy, because it's like peachy keen. It's like summer swings and iced tea and fireflies at night. Because words can mean anything that you want them to be if you put enough emphasis on them. So it kind of makes them really dangerous, but also one of the nicest things that you can have and have it be really yours.
That was so sad.
And you know what makes me feel better? Some fatherly advice. And that's just what we have in this week's Masterpiece Theater.
Now it's time for Big Papa Barnes, the part of the show where Barnes gives you fatherly advice. And now, here's Barnes.
Hey HS, this is Big Papa Barnes. I go by that name because it gives me more street cred, but I usually answer to Daddy. Being the father of 3 daughters, I can tell you Dad's job's hard. Love, provide, support, but also part of our job is to annoy, embarrass, and harass. For example, driving down the road and the kids are arguing and then you have to turn around and say, hey, you want me to pull this car over? And that's just a small sample of some of the things that my parents said to me that I swore I would never say to my own children. Others are when they're running in and out of the house. Hey, quit running in and out, you're letting the flies in. Or again about running in and out. Hey, we're not trying to air condition the whole neighborhood. Then you also have lights, leaving lights on in the house. It used to irritate me when my parents would say things like, hey, turn the light off, we're not made out of money. Then you also have things such as, you want me to give you something to cry about? Or when you get caught doing something, you try to throw out the old excuse, well, Jimmy did it. Well, if Jimmy jumped off a bridge, would you do that too? Or along the same lines, well, Jimmy did it. Well, we don't live in Jimmy's house now, do we? So I asked my daughters what I do that annoys them, and their answer was, I'm a morning person, and they're not. And my daughter Kinsey says, you know how in the morning you're always in a good mood and you're screaming and hollering like, girls, let's go, get up, let's go, woo! It's really annoying, Dad. Okay, more dad favorites are, you roll those eyes again, I'll roll them back. You also have, I brought you in this world, I can take you out and make another one just like you. Don't make me turn this car around, boy. And finally, everybody's favorite, this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. The great thing about being a dad is it's totally fulfilling. I heard a Matt Damon quote that sums it up pretty good. The great thing about fatherhood, and it sounds stupid, but you know how at the end of The Grinch Stole Christmas, his heart grows like 5 times? It's full. Everything's always full.
This has been Big Papa Barnes. Now, go give your dad a hug.
He likes it when you call him Big Papa.
Really?
Now it's time for this week's general announcement.
Make sure you dress in your circus attire on Friday as we tame the lions here at home.
There's a UIL academic planning meeting this Friday from 11 to 12 in the library.
Jasmine auditions are in Stephenville on Tuesday.
And now a word from our sponsor, Tribal Tees.
For all your shirts, hoodies, senior pictures, and graphic design needs, see Tribal Tees. Come join the tribe. And that's all for this week, AHS. Keep that purple pride alive. And until next time, I'm Carly Collins.
And I'm Daniel Cook.
And this was
The
Res. Come join the tribe.
All the pressure on you. She never loved us.
2 peanuts were walking down the street. One was assaulted.
What are those?
Hang on.
I've never been in jail.
I told my dad to make me a sandwich, and he said, "Abracadabra, you are a sandwich."
I know what I'll do. I'll bend over and pull my socks up. Okay.